Well, hello, how you doing? This is the S. Anthony Says podcast. This is the S. Anthony Thomas. How are you doing? This is episode number 325. Thank you, you bastards. Yeah. Well, folks, it's 100 degrees outside. 100 degrees outside. You know, sometimes people talk about how when a person gets drunk, their real personality comes out. You know, if you're a happy guy, you have a little bit too much to drink and you're hugging everybody, or you're an angry person, you have too much to drink and you're telling people what you really feel about them and saying things you shouldn't say and doing things you shouldn't do, walking up and trying to pimp slap people. I have another thing I'd like to tell you, my friends. When it gets to 100 degrees, it's just like when you're drunk. It brings out who you really are. And apparently, I'm one of those people that doesn't like everybody. I like most people, but I don't like everybody. There's very few people I don't like. But when I don't like those people, I really don't like them. It's 100 degrees outside and I'm trying to go about and do some things because I'm trying to finish up the kind of crap I need to do outside because it's too damn hot. Too damn hot for stupid crap, right? Now, I'm not the kind of person that likes to do small talk to begin with. Why? Because small talk is stupid. I like to have conversations where I'm either going to teach something or learn something or it's funny. If the conversation doesn't teach me anything, if I'm not teaching somebody something and it's not funny, I'm not interested in it. I don't want to hear, oh, it's kind of hot outside, isn't it? Right then and there, I already know I don't like you. Oh man, look at that over there. Isn't that interesting? No, it's not interesting. I don't even have to turn around and look at it. I already know that it's not interesting because if it was really interesting, you wouldn't have been saying it like that. You wouldn't be going, hey, that's kind of interesting. If it was really interesting, you'd go, whoa, look at that. That's interesting. That's how you say something's interesting. If you go, hey, that's interesting, it just means that you want to talk to somebody and bend somebody's ear with your dumbass conversation. And guess what? My ears are unbendable, you piece of crap. Now, on the outside of my skin, I seem very, very happy, a very, very pleasant, very, very gregarious guy. On the outside, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty interesting weather. Granted, I've already begun turning my body and walking away from your punk ass, but on the outside, I'm very, very pleasant. Hey, that's interesting over there. And I'll even look over to see if it's interesting. Oh, look, pigeons are eating a piece of pizza, a pizza slice on the ground. Yes, that was definitely better than me collecting my thoughts and trying to figure out what I'm going to do with the rest of my day and try to figure out how I'm going to get all these errands done as quickly as possible so I can get back in the house because it's 100 degrees outside. Fantastic. I had a train of thought going. It was going on the track. I was just about to figure out a way to get everything done as efficiently as possible. You know how sometimes you have a train of thought and that train of thought is broken and sometimes you can't get back to that train of thought exactly the way it was and it was going in a good way. That's what was going on with me. I was kind of, hey, if I do this, I've almost got it. I can see the station. Like a train is going on the track and I can see the station. This is going to be great. All I have to do is get this train of thought to that station and it's great. I can get off and everything. There's something interesting. Here's two pigeons eating a piece of pizza and you're going, okay, that's great. All right. And then you look and your train of thought is going and all of a sudden you realize because you took your eyes off the road, now all of a sudden your train of thought made a mistake and went on another track and now it's chugging along and you can't see the damn station and you can't back up a train like that. You can back up a train a little bit, but you can't back up a train like that. So now you're on another train of thought and you're on another train of thought because this bastard thinks he could stop a stranger from thinking to tell him about a slice of pizza being eaten by two pigeons because he is a piece of crap. Anyway, But like I'm saying, 100 degrees outside, it'll tell you who you really are. If you're a nice person and it's 100 degrees outside, 100 degrees outside and you're still pleasant to people, that means you are a nice person, a sweet person. I saw a mother and child inside of a supermarket during the air conditioning. She's very pleasant. Hand me the milk, baby. Thank you, sweetie beatie. Hand me the sauce, baby. Oh, that's great. You want another box of cereal? You know, normally I don't buy this cereal, but for you today, you're being so sweet, and I love you, and your baby's getting nice. She kisses him on the forehead, and the baby goes hee 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 hee, and she kisses him on the cheek, and hoo 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 hoo. The baby grabs her face, and you give him that. She give him another little kiss, and she give him the candy, and she got this thing, and she got all of that, the pop, and they're having a great time, and they're doing the little, they're doing a little, that patty cake, patty, and they're doing all that pleasant mother-daughter thing, and everything's great, and it's incredible, and the daughter's grabbing stuff at the counter, but the mother's really patient. No, baby, we can't have that. Remember, we have candy at home, and we have cereal at home, and I bought the cereal for you, and I got the candy that you're playing with. We actually have that in the cart, so we don't need any more. Sweetie beatie. The kind of thing where you're looking at her and you're going, man, I don't have a wife and kid, but if I have a wife and kid, I want a wife like her and a kid like her, because look how pleasant they are together. They even look alike. They're both cutie patooties, and they're all pleasant and everything. And the baby's acting like a baby, being a little annoying, but all babies are annoying. And look at all, that's cute, that's beautiful and cute and sweet and cute and double cute and quadruple cute and all of that crap. And she goes on the counter and they walk outside, and she's now waiting for the transport. One of her relatives is supposed to come pick her up. But the person doesn't pick her up, and she's getting a little upset. Then the baby's doing some baby stuff, throwing stuff, grabbing stuff and you come on, no, don't do that. Remember, it's 100 degrees outside, but don't do that, baby, okay? And then it becomes apparent that the person's not going to be there, and the person, you could overhear the person on the phone going, look, I'm on my way there. Why don't you just look, I'm going to be running a little late. Why don't, you know what? Walk a few blocks, okay? And, or catch the subway to whatever street, whatever, like 2 stops away it was. And I'll be right there. That way, cause it's going to be hard for me to get there. I'm walking away at this point, so I can't hear what obviously the husband or the boyfriend is saying, right? So now the mother has been outside, and now it's 100 degrees, remember? And she's starting to sweat a little bit, and the baby's starting to sweat a little bit, and she's patting the baby to make sure the baby, when I say baby, I'm talking about old enough to talk and old enough to walk. Little baby, little child, okay? And now she's walking across the parking lot. She's mad, and then it's 100 degrees outside, and the baby's not walking fast enough. And the same woman who was inside the supermarket when the baby was doing even more annoying baby stuff than the baby's doing right now was all, and don't do that. No, baby, don't grab that. No. We have that. Now the lady is, and excuse my language because I'm trying to curse less in the podcast, but I want to say exactly what she said. So forgive me if you have to fast forward 10 seconds or hit the button and fast forward 30 seconds when you're listening to this in your car with your kid. Go right ahead. The cursing will be within the 30 seconds. It's only going to take me a couple of seconds. You're not going to miss too much if you go 30 seconds ahead, okay? And this is what she said to the kid. Ready? Go. If you don't fucking hurry up walking, I'm gonna kick your fucking little fucking ass, get your little fucking ass to the, and she kept cursing like that. Now, this was the same lady, by the way. If you fast forwarded a few seconds, that was it for the cursing, unless I spontaneously curse, in which case, the hell with you. Oops, sorry. Moving on. Right? 100 degrees brought out who she really was. Just like 100 degrees almost brought out who I am. Love people, but sometimes I wish people would do what I like to refer to as shut their punk ass mouths. I'm sorry. Now, this is what I want to say. There's a lot of people that actually like when it's hot outside, right? I have friends of mine that love it when it's hot outside. I have friends of mine that go to steam rooms when it's already hot outside because my friends are morons, but that's a different story. But some things aren't for everybody, my friends. Some things aren't for everybody. I get it. It's okay. And the reason I'm saying that some things aren't for everybody is when I look to my left, I see on my television Major League Soccer, the World Cup. and they're trying very, very, very hard, apparently very hard, to make me and people that live in the United States of America really love soccer. I know it's called football in other places. To my listeners in the UK and Australia, I know you call it football. I have some expats in different countries that are listening. I know you call it football, but I'm an American, damn it, and I'm in America, so shut up, punks. I'm calling it soccer. Right? And they're trying their best to make us love soccer. I actually played a little soccer in school. I was the goalie and I was out in the field. I played it. I actually enjoyed it while I was playing it until the teacher said, okay, who wants to play, some sports you give a crap about? And I went, me. And we went and played basketball, football, baseball, stuff we actually wanted to play, not that crap. Okay. Don't judge me. Okay. But listen, I don't think, at least not in my lifetime, which will probably be the next 40 years or so, I don't know if soccer is ever going to catch on here the way it catches on. It's as big as it is other places. The same way NFL football is probably never going to catch on overseas the way it is here. It's the biggest sport here. And football, soccer, is the biggest sport every place else. But guess what? Here, it's a curiosity. We'll turn it on for a couple of seconds. You ain't scored a goal yet? I'm out. That's America. Sorry. And don't act like when NFL football goes over to Europe and you guys watch football, you're going, what the hell is he doing over there? You know you do. I know some of you have written to me going, we don't like that. And I'm going, I don't blame you because I don't like that crap you like. I like you. I like you. All right. We like each other. Could we have agreed on that? All right. All right then. And let's just agree that I like my sports. You like your sports, and we'll just stick to liking each other and stop trying to convert other people to other crap. Okay. The only thing that goes over there that's from here is basketball and baseball. Okay. And hockey also. Basically everything except NFL football. Right? But all I'm saying is, look, man, everything isn't for everybody, right? It's not working. They're trying to shove soccer down our throats here, and it's just not gonna happen. All right? There are people that like it. There's a lot of people that like it, but it's not gonna be as big as football, our football, NFL football. Sorry. Soccer in the United States basically is just like a 60-year-old guy flirting with a 25-year-old. Sorry, dude, not gonna happen. It's kind of cute in the beginning, right? Right? You've been there when someone who's a lot older than you is flirting with you, right? It's kind of cute in the beginning, right? But if it continues, it just becomes annoying and more annoying, and you just want to start avoiding that person, right? It's like right now, I want to watch something else that was supposed to be on this channel, but the soccer is on. And now I'm at the point where, I'm going to turn the channel and kind of avoid that station until I'm pretty sure that the soccer's over with. Well, that's the same thing. I've seen it. I've been in an office, right, where there was a lady working behind the front desk. She was a 25-year-old beautiful young lady. The guy didn't even work there, but he was coming to pick up someone that did work there, maybe his daughter, I don't know. But while he was there, he was always hanging around the front desk and hitting on the lady behind the front desk. And she's thinking it's going to be a light little, sometimes old guys will flirt with you for a second, right? Or an older lady will flirt with you for a second, and then you playfully flirt back, and then they go, okay, that's enough. And then you just kind of stop and you just go back to being regular people, and that's the end of it, right? Well, this guy just kept hanging around and hanging around and hanging around and flirting 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 and flirting. And then you could see the 25-year-old lady after a while, when he would walk in, her eyes would roll. She'd be like, oh God, this bastard again. Jesus Christ. I've been there. I've done comedy shows where there was a lady that was older than me, and I was a younger guy, and she kept flirting and 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 flirting. And at first it was cute, right? Then after a while, I was like, what the hell is what? It's really, and I stopped hanging. I just like, here she comes. Jesus Christ. Here comes here comes the long hug, and here comes the part where she accidentally brushes my junk, right? And here's the point where she reaches for something, and she hit my, it's like, it's like that. Ain't gonna happen. But the thing is, every time you see a 60-year-old guy hit on a 25-year-old woman and you're looking at him like, get the hell out. This guy's embarrassing himself. Every once in a great while, you will see that 60-year-old guy hit on a 25-year-old woman, and you're going, this guy's embarrassing. And then 4 months later, you'll be at a fast food place or at the newsstand, and you'll see that 61-year-old guy with his 26-year-old lady, and he's got his hand on her butt. Right? And if you're standing there outside in the public and you're caressing your woman's buttocks, there's only one reason you've done that, because you have permission to do that. You've had sex with that lady, and you didn't just have sex with her once, you've been having sex with her regularly. That's your girlfriend or your wife. So this 60-year-old guy hit the jackpot, hit the lottery, Powerball. He gets to jump on top of a 26-year-old woman. But it's rare. Soccer. No, you will not be able to caress America's young, delicious buttocks. It ain't gonna happen. Sorry. America's sitting at the counter and she gives you a nice little smile when you walk in, and you're flirting and flirting and flirting and flirting, and she's going, would you just, I gotta go to the bathroom until this person leaves. Sorry. Some things ain't for everybody. Sorry. I just had to get that off my chest, man, because I'm getting tired of turning on the TV and then that's on all the time. No big deal. Like I said, every once in a while, if something exciting is happening, I'll take a look at it. But come on, man. Let's keep it real here. All right. Jeez. Now, folks, what I wanted to talk to you about was something else here too. It was my car battery. And not the car battery that I have now, because I have a new car battery. It was my old car battery. And I'm saying this for a reason. As you already know, if you listen to me, I usually tell you some kind of thing and then I'll draw a correlation to something else. So obviously, I'm going somewhere with it. And I'm in the car and I turn the ignition and it goes, and it kind of starts off slow. And I didn't really pay much attention to it. And the car started. I'm going, okay, well, but at the time it was cold outside. So I'm figuring, hey, when it's cold outside, sometimes the battery does that and it's not really that big of a deal. It's just really, really cold outside. And at the time it was really, really cold outside, right? But I started noticing it just kind of turned over a little bit. It didn't have the same power when it turned over. It was fine once it started rolling. And like an idiot, I didn't pay attention. And then one last time, and it was actually warm. It was a couple of months ago, actually. I turned it on, the car goes, right? Now when I turn the car, it just goes, I'm up, baby. Let's do this thing, right? But at that particular time, when I turned the ignition key, the car woke up the same way your kid wakes up when you try to wake it up for the first day of school, right? You know how it is when you wake your kid up for the first day of school. It's like, what? Why? No. What, man? What? And the car actually did that. I turned the key. What, bro? Why? 4 more hours, man? I'm going, you can't have 4 more hours. I gotta go. Okay, you're a car. How the hell do you expect me? You want 4 more hours? So 4 hours from now. Okay, it'll be 12 o'clock in the afternoon. So I'm going to wait and not get stuff done for 4 hours and then come out and then turn the ignition key and then everything's going to be great. I promise, bro. I mean, it's been a long week. We did a lot of driving. 4 hours. And I said, okay, you know what? You don't ask for much. You're a good car. You've been good to me, man. You know what I'm going to do? There's some stuff I can do from home. I'm going to do that stuff. I'm going to give you 4 more hours. And this is great. Fantastic. Thanks, bro. And I take the key out of the ignition and I walk back into the house. And I'm figuring the car doesn't really ask for much from me. The car doesn't ask for much from me. I can let this car have that little extra rest. I get a vacation every once in a while. Why can't the car have a vacation? Not a problem. No big deal. 9 o'clock. 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock, 12 o'clock. I did a whole lot. As it turns out, it was a good thing that the car needed that extra 4 hours because I actually got a lot of stuff done. Actually, when I run these errands, it's going to be maybe 25-30% less stuff I have to do because I did some of this stuff and some of the stuff I did in the house. I actually took care of some of the stuff I was going to have to do outside. As it turns out, it's a win-win. The car gets a little extra rests as it asked. I got some stuff done. This is going to be great. Fantastic. Boom, boom, chickadee. Walk down the steps to the car and I open up the car and I put the key in. What, bro? Why, man? No, bro. Dude, come on, man. 4 more hours, man. You had 4 hours already. It's 12. It's really 12. Oh, man. All right. And I put the key in and then it starts. When your car does that and it's warm outside, or even when it's cold outside, you really should get your battery checked. Why? 'Cause your car battery is almost drained down to nothing. It's over with. It's ran out of steam. Its time has passed. And you're basically just milking remnants of the car right there. You're milking it. You're getting greedy. You're trying to get more out of the car than you should. You're getting greedy. Stop being greedy. But I was greedy. Driving around the car and it thinks everything's okay. I do some stuff. I get inside. I drop off somebody at a place. I'm in the parking garage. I'm about to go out of the parking garage. No sign of any problems. Oh, crap. Oh, man. Let me jump out of this car really quickly and get one of these tickets because I got, because I forgot to get it validated, but I'm not going back upstairs. I'll pay the extra $3. I don't give a crap. I'll grab whatever thing. I get the little sticker and I put the button in. I put the money in and I push the button. The little thing comes out. Now, when I got out of the car, of course, I didn't leave the car running because the car is slightly out of my sight, but I get the ticket and I walk back out. Now, keep in mind, I turn the car off and I get back in the car and oh, jeez. Okay. Honk, honk, honk. Come on, buddy. Get out of the way. Come on, man. What the fuck are you doing, man? Come on, my car battery. What the hell is going on? You should have got a car battery. You should get your car checked. Kind of idiot doesn't get his car checked, man. There's space to get around me, dude. Just drive around me. I know there's space, but you should still get your car checked. If you don't know how to get your car checked, you ought to make sure your battery's checked and you shouldn't even be out there driving. We'll taught you how to drive your mother thing. Oh, God. Oh, come on. Just. I will buy you a battery today. I swear. Just start. All you got to do is start up. I will get you a battery. I will literally, when the car starts, I will literally drive to a place, buy a battery and put the battery in my damn self in the parking lot. All you got to do is start. Right, then you get out of the car, you have the car door open, right? People are driving around you, looking at you like, why is this guy just stopping his car on the ramp here? We got to drive around this guy. What the hell is this guy doing? This guy's a real, man. You got an old guy driving by. I'm like, man, you related to that last guy? Cause he yelled for no reason also. There's plenty of space to drive around me. It's just a little maneuvering. What the hell? Come on, man. You can't even hear the people cursing at you because they got their windows rolled up. And you walk up to the guard and the guard's looking at you like, so, are you having car problems? Yes, so my car is kind of parked in the middle of the ramp to get out and people have to squeeze their cars by and I'm blocking up a handicap space and my flash, I can't even turn on my flashers and my hood's up. So, it's one of you could, well, if you want, I can call a person who can come and, there's the police are here. We have a police thing and the guy will come and, it's a courtesy thing. They'll just jump your car for you and then you can, I would love that. Thank you. That would be great. Fantastic. I'll be here in a few minutes. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, 20 minutes, 25 minutes. Did you call the police thing? Oh yeah, they said they'll be here in a couple of minutes. They will be here. They definitely said they will definitely be here. They want to know what the make and model of the car is. Well, it's this, that. Okay, great. And where's your car parked? Turn your head to the right. That's it. Oh, okay, great. Okay, great. I think I told them the wrong place. You told them I pointed the car. Never mind. I'm going to be over there and just, I know this is futile. I know this is stupid. I know I've been here for a half an hour. I don't know why I'm even going to waste my time doing this, but damn it, I'm going to do it. It may be a lucky thing. 35 minutes, 40 minutes. Then some guy drives up behind me and he's got this little junky vehicle, but I can't say his vehicle's junky because his vehicle's actually working. And he seems like a nice kid. I called him a kid because, this was earlier this year, which means I'm my current age, 49. This kid's like 26, right? I'm old enough to be this dude's dad. And he goes, "Hey, sir, you need a jump?" "Yeah, I do." "Okay, I don't know if my cables can fit. You can reach that far." I said, "I got cables." "Okay, yeah." I pull my cables out. He goes, "All right there, buddy." Hey, click, click. He hooks it up. I get in my ride, the mighty Toyota Camry. The car is going. We let it run for a couple of minutes, right? He starts the small talk, but this time this is somebody who's actually helping me with my car. And so even though his small talk is ridiculously stupid and dumb and dopey, I don't mind. I'm going to engage in it because it's going to kill the time. And we've basically discussed something as important as, yes, it's hot outside. Hey, isn't this a nice parking lot? Yeah, good thing this parking lot has a nice wide thing there, because if the lane was more narrow, then nobody would be able to get out, and then people would really be mad at you and cursing at you. And I explained to him that even though there was plenty of space to drive around me, people were still cursing at me. And he explained that sometimes people curse and they shouldn't. And people shouldn't curse, because when he goes to church, the church does not allow cursing, because he's a God-fearing man and cursing is wrong. Okay, fantastic. Okay, I already know where this is going. Please. And he starts the whole, maybe you should come to my church. Hold on for a second. Yeah, I'm not going to your church, dude. And I didn't say that to him. I was thinking it. And I walk around, I unhook my car. I think I'm good here, buddy. Okay, fantastic. I shake the dude's hand. He gets back into his ride. And then I drive off and buy a battery. It was my fault. The signs that the battery was dying were there the whole time. I didn't pay attention. I was so busy going about my business. I never paid attention to it. And it's not just car batteries, is it? There's a lot of things around you that are dying and you're not paying attention to it until and I know you know what I'm talking about. It could be your romantic relationship, right? You put your key in and it just barely starts, right? You kiss your spouse on the cheek, right? And remember when you used to kiss her on the cheek and you'd wrap your arms around and kiss her on the cheek and she'd kind of melt back into you? Or you walk up to your husband, you wrap your arms around him and kiss him on the neck, and he'd look down at you or look up at you depending on the height ratio, and he'd smile at you because he was just glad that you were close to him, right? You ever kiss your spouse on the cheek or your girlfriend on the cheek, right? Or your husband on the cheek, and instead of smiling at you because they're glad that the person that they love kissed them on the cheek and they love being close to you and smelling you and hugging you, and they go, hey, and they give you like the pat on the shoulder that they would give their dog if the dog put its paws up on the counter and didn't knock the turkey over, that thing. "Oh, okay, you did a good job, Spooter. Okay, move away now. Love your puppy." And they push the dog down and give the dog a pat on the head and shoo it out of the kitchen, and they do that same crap to you. Oh, that's right. You stuck your key in the ignition and all you got was, you didn't go like it used to. It just goes, oh no, the battery is getting low. Oh no. I've had friendships like that. I mean, everybody's had a relationship like that, or relationships like that, but I've had friendships like that. I got friendships that the battery is always at full strength. I got a couple of friends I haven't seen in years. I got two friends in Los Angeles. Ross and Chris. Haven't seen them in a long time. And we text each other every once in a while. But if we actually picked up the phone and started rapping, or if I went back out to California to hang out, we'd be able to hang out indefinitely. Why? Because we're friends. The friendship battery is still charging. We haven't physically seen each other since, I don't know, 2000, maybe 1999. And there are people that are right around me that I see all the time. Oh no, the battery's dead. I had one friend that was in an acting class with me, and we were really, really cool, but we were always around each other, and he was a pleasant fellow, and I'm a pleasant fellow, and we were cool, and everything was great. But then when the acting class stopped, and we stopped performing at the same clubs, we still run into each other. He'd still call, I'd still call, and we'd hang out, but I started to notice that whenever we would hang around each other, instead of like, hey, great stuff to talk about, fun, hey, great conversation flowed. All of a sudden, you put the key in ignition, and we'd be on the phone trying to find things to say to each other. And I'm not talking about 2 hours in. I'm talking about 8 or 9 minutes in. If you got a friend of yours and you don't have anything to say after 8 or 9 minutes, oh no, the battery's going dead. Sometimes when the battery dies, sometimes the battery just dies and you got to throw out the battery, right? And start with a fresh new battery. Sometimes you can recharge the battery and sometimes you need a fresh new battery. With that particular friend, then the phone calls kind of slowed down, right? It became nothing but Facebook messages here and there, right? Then it got to the point where even the Facebook messages of this person that would go by, there was nothing to like because I didn't give a shit. Not that I was mad at the person or was angry at the person. I just didn't have anything I wanted to say to the person. And quite frankly, there was nothing like if the person was sick or something bad happened, I would go, whoa, condolences or whatever. But it was just, right? And that's what it was like when that battery in the car was going, it was still moving. But it was only a matter of time before I was going to get stuck in an off-ramp inside of a parking garage. Sometimes when the battery's going down, you got to figure out a way to keep things going, or sometimes you just got to go, I'm out of here. And in this particular case, I was out of there. That's all I'm saying. I mean, that makes sense, doesn't it? Like I said, everything ain't for everybody, and you don't have to try to force yourself to be around people that, that tick, tick, tick feeling. You've been standing there talking to somebody and you had nothing to say, but you're still stuck with them, right? You're going up to the 18th floor, they're going to the 17th floor, and you ain't got the damn thing to say to them after you pass the 4th floor. And you're just kind of standing there looking at each other or trying not to look at each other. You're standing on one side of the elevator looking at you're trying to act like the numbers on the wall are interesting. Right? Pull out your cell phone. You even turn the data off on your cell phone because it sucks off too much battery, but you're acting like you're looking up tweets. You ain't looking up any tweets. Right? You look over there, that sucker's, Facebook, He says he's looking at Facebook. Meanwhile, his battery's been dead. That's why he's going up to the 17th floor, cause to get his damn charge. And you looking at this guy's phone ain't even on. You don't want to say anything to each other. Why? At the 4th floor, if I have a damn thing to say to each other's punk asses. When it gets to that point, just let it go. And the reason I said that is because I realized that there were certain people I had to kind of get rid of. Not in a mean way, not in a vicious way. They just kind of had to go away. There are people that'll be around you that literally you can't even share positive things with them because they're going to say something negative about it. Right? You ever been in that situation? You start to work on something, you're proud of it, you're happy with it. Right? And they just come and they say, hey, it looks like you're about to be happy. I can't have that shit. It's one of the spit in your soup so you can't enjoy it. It could be anybody. It could be anybody that's close to you. It could be friends, it could be family. And it's a bad thing to be in a situation where you have people around you where you're happy about something, you're proud of something, and you just don't want to tell them about it. Right? Because that thing that you're happy with or proud of is kind of like your baby. It's kind of like your baby, right? It's a new idea, right? You're working out a little bit. You lost 5 pounds. They don't notice it, but you notice it, right? And you want to tell them you lost the 5 pounds. And then you say, hey, I lost 5 pounds. And then they come up with some wah, wah, wah. And, oh, you lost 5 pounds, huh? Well, maybe you should, how come you don't go and get bigger? Well, my cousin owns a gym. How come you don't go to his gym, huh? How come that, huh? Well, see, you're always thinking about yourself. And you're going, I just told you I lost 5 pounds. The correct response is, hey, that's great. And then we move on. You don't have to go through all of that stuff. And I don't want to go to your relative's gym because your relative is just like you, a huge douchebag. Man. Now, this is July 1st. And I'm one of those people that, you know, everybody has the New Year's resolutions. On January 1st, I'm going to whoop-de-whoop. And then after that, I'm going to bloop-de-bloop. And then I'm going to flop-de-flop and then floop-de-floop. And then January 17th, you're not doing any of that crap, are you? No. Because you set everything out a little bit too far. Me, I do everything in 3-month chunks now. And sometimes at the most 4-month chunks if it's something very, very difficult. There have been 2 3-month chunks in this year so far. You know, January through March and April through now. April, May, June. Okay. The first 3 months I had some goals, didn't tell anybody about them, got through about half of them. Felt bad that I didn't go through the other half. But as it turns out, they were very time sensitive. So that's over with. And I can't do those other things. So that's over with. Second 3-month chunk, April, May, June, had some goals, got through 75% of them. There were some things that were time sensitive, couldn't do them, but that's not bad. Got through 50%, got through 75%. Now we go through the next 3-month chunk, July, August, September. Well, the difference is this 3-month chunk is very, 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 very important to me. These aren't necessarily time sensitive goals. And I know you have goals too. These aren't time sensitive goals, but they're very, very important to me because it's like anything else. If you have goals, if you start attacking them viciously and start attacking them seriously, then basically you're already moved closer to the end point. It means that you're on the other side of that wall where the goals are accomplished and you get to reap the benefits of those things, right? So what did I do? I set weight loss goals for myself, career goals for myself, and other goals for myself. I'm not going to tell you what they are because sometimes you just keep that crap to yourself because I'm not the kind of person, I don't know how you are, but I'm not the kind of person that needs somebody from the outside. Keep it up, buddy. Keep it up. Keep it up. Come on. You're almost there. I don't need that crap. You know, if you're a personal trainer of mine in the gym, basically just tell me what I need to do. You can leave. Just stay around long enough to make sure I'm using proper form. But on the last 3 reps, I don't need you going, come on, S. Anthony, come on, push, go, you can do it, go. I'm already going to give my maximum effort. I don't need you yelling at me. Come on, buddy, you can do it. I had a girlfriend that did that crap. Come on, you can do it. Come on, you can book. And I'm like, oh, God. And I didn't want to say, will you please shut up? Because I wasn't going to say that. 1, it's rude. And 2, I knew I was going to have sex with her after the gym and I'm not going to piss her off. I'm not stupid. F y'all, back to what I was saying. But I got these goals, man. And the reason I got really, really serious, especially this particular time period starting today, was I had Netflix before. I have it again. Well, actually, I've always had, I just didn't pay attention. And I started watching it again because I want to get a show on Netflix at some point. Now, I'm not saying that I have any kind of Netflix contacts. I don't know anyone at Netflix. I'm just telling you that's what I want. I want a special on Netflix and I want a series on Netflix. I'm just saying that's what I want. I don't know anyone with it. So I'm not implying anything like I know somebody. I'm just telling you that's what I want. And I watched some of the people that actually had specials on Netflix, and there was a whole bunch of good ones, you know. And I started noticing that there was a couple of, I'm not going to say their names, but there are people that I know from back in the day who started right around when I started. A couple started after me, a couple started way before me, and some started way after me. And they have Netflix specials, and they're all in this movie and they're all in that movie. And if I did mention their names, they're not household names, but if you like comedy, well, a couple of them are kind of big, but you would know who they are. Now, how well do I know them? I know them well enough where if they were walking down the street and I was walking in the opposite direction, they would stop and they go, Steve, hey man. Even though I don't go by that anymore, but they would go, Steve, oh man, how's it going, man? That well. Okay. But I noticed that they are doing really, really well. And I noticed that I think based on my performance level and the ability that I had on stage before this big gap in performances, that I was as good at that point when they got on as they were. And they would even tell you that. But why am I doing okay and they're there? There's many factors. Okay. Some of it's good fortune, and obviously they have the talent. So let's not dispute that, but it's good fortune and also the good business moves. And an aggression and a relentlessness in moving toward their goals. That's the difference between them and me. It's not the talent. It's that. And I never had that. I was always one of those people that just thought, if you look at it objectively, I'm in the top 1% skill-wise and talent-wise of the people that I'm around. That's not me saying it. That was them saying it. And I had this bad habit of, once I got to a certain point where I knew that I was good enough, I just figured just being good enough was good enough. Somebody will notice it. If I'm doing as well as these other people and they're picking some of these other people, they're going to pick me too. Doesn't work that way. I sat back and objectively looked at why they were winning at that level. Why I'm doing well in the regular season and most of them are those people are in the playoffs and a couple of them are walking around with championship trophies. Why? They created winning habits. I didn't create winning habits. I just worked on being good. They were worked on being good and creating winning habits. It's different. It's a different world. It's a different level. What do I mean by winning habits? If you want to get in shape, what do? And I'm not talking about people that are heavy because of some kind of hormonal reasons. I'm talking about people like me that are overweight merely because they didn't eat right or didn't exercise enough. Just those people. If you have something outside of that makes you heavy, this does not apply to you. So don't get mad at me and go, well, I have a thyroid problem. I'm not talking about you. I'm talking about me. I have no physical anything that causes me to be overweight other than the fact that I didn't eat right and I didn't exercise enough. That's it. So what are the winning habits? The winning habits are the habits that I have now. I don't eat a lot of crap. Mostly I don't eat crap. And I work out and I lift weights. Surprisingly enough, I've lost weight. Hey, who would have thought that would happen if you eat more salads and stop with the crap, eat good food and work out and drink lots of water? Who would have thought that would get, and that's become a habit for me. So I have weight loss goals for July, August, and September. Because I turned 50 in October, which means technically gives me another month because my birthday's at the end of October, 4 months. I have weight loss goals and I am going to hit them. I have all of this material I wrote for a stand-up show that I want to do. And I consider myself S. Anthony Thomas. That's what I go by. If you call me Steve, I'm not going to answer to you unless you're my mother. Okay? I don't go by that anymore. I'm not that guy anymore. I don't think like that guy anymore. I don't behave like that guy anymore. I don't even sound like that guy anymore. So S. Anthony has different habits. He works out. He eats right. He drinks more water. And when it comes to stand-up show, Steve would just write ungodly amounts of material and get off on the fact that all the other comics were going, oh man, you write great material. Thank you. God, how much material you got? I got hours of it. Oh man, you write so much stuff. Why? Thanks a lot. You sit there and you get all puffed up because all the other comics tell you how great the material is and how you write so much of it is great and incredible. But you didn't put it into a cohesive act. You just knew you remembered all of it and you'd walk on stage and just randomly spit it out and they'd get laughs and everything's great. But you didn't really have an act. You were just funny for the time period that was allotted. There's a difference between that and what these other people were doing. They went about it like a business. They still did their art, but they went about it like a business. You didn't. And you haven't been on stage in a while, have you? No. But you're going to be remedying that within the next 3 to 4 months. Most likely 4 months, but I'm shooting for 3. I'll be back on stage with a microphone in my hand again. I'll let you know about that goal. So I thought about it, and it's like, you got to create winning habits. Work out, eat right, drink water, write jokes, do your podcast, get back on stage. Those are winning habits. Those are the things that get you a Netflix special and get you a Netflix series. Winning habits. My biggest mistake, my one big weakness was that. Because it's okay if you're driving, it's like driving a car. If you're driving a car and you take your hands off the steering wheel and you're in the middle of a massive cornfield or in the middle of the desert, or you're in a big giant yard with miles and miles of space around you, if you do that for a little while, you're going to be fine. Right? You're not going to get any place good, but you're not going to crash into anything. And that's what happens when you don't have winning habits. You're basically just taking your hands off the steering wheel, closing your eyes, sitting back in the seat, stepping on the gas, and just winding up someplace. And that's what I was doing. And even if you're in the middle of a desert, and even if you're in the middle of a field, and even eventually you're going to run into a ditch and fuck your car up. And that's what happened to me. I got my hands on the steering wheel now. And I've invested in a GPS. And I put it right there and I typed in the destination. Destination, fitness. Destination, hour special. Destination, series. Destination, making some good money. Destination, huge podcast audience. Destination, life you should be having. This is Google. Destination entered. S. Anthony, please step on the gas. You got a new car battery, didn't you? Thank you, because the car told me that you had that weak ass battery and you got trapped in the damn off ramp inside of that parking lot. Don't embarrass me like that, okay? I know I'm your phone and I'm doing the GPS thing, but if you embarrass me like that, I'm gonna go into your contacts and I'm gonna find those pictures of you fat with your shirt off and I'm just gonna email them shits to people. How about that? Whoa, don't do that. Don't do that. I don't want nobody seeing my pre-workout stomach. Yeah, well, it's too late. I already made copies of it, fat boy. I really can't really call me fat boy. Yeah, you're still fat. You're not as fat as you were, but you're still fat. Okay. And it doesn't matter if you look way better than this. I still got the pictures and it's still going to be embarrassing. Okay. Do you want that? I do not want that. Good. Now I'm going to take you where you need to go. You're going to step on this gas and I'm going to take you to fitness first. Oh, great. That's going to be great. Then after we do that, I'm going to take you to completed act. Oh man, that's going to be great. Then I'm going to take you to eventual special. Fantastic. Then I'm going to take you to series. Oh, great. And of course, podcast audience exploding. I'm going to take you there. It's not going to take as long as you think. Well, it really doesn't matter if it takes a long time. Well, I'm telling you right now, it's not going to take as long as you think. But there's one problem. We already know that the battery's fresh and new, and you're going to have all the energy it takes to get where you want. That's right. But there's something else you need to know. Yeah, what's that? You better not take your foot off the gas. I won't. And you better not take your hand off the steering wheel. I'll never do that again. Good. Sit back. Put your hands on the steering wheel. Turn on the music. And let's take this ride. Okay. Let's do that. All right, folks, that has been this episode of the S. Anthony Says podcast. I know it was a little bit different. Normally, I break the show into segments. Okay, and I don't do the whole, under normal circumstances, that the show would have been broken into 2 or 3 segments. I would have done exactly what I did just now, but it would have been in 2 or 3 different segments. But I just wanted to see how it would feel to just do the whole show in one piece and not break it up into segments. Hope you enjoyed it. At least that's what you better say in your damn emails. Understand? You know what I mean? I mean, what I meant was Thank you for listening. You better say nice shit in the email. You understand what I'm saying? I'll come out there. I'll kick all your asses. I don't care what country you're in. I'll kick the crap. I mean, anyway, this has been episode... This has been episode number 325 of the S. Anthony Says podcast. Thank you very much for everything, you bastards. Folks, I just want to remind you, my friends, that this podcast is weekly. If you love this podcast, please do me a favor and let your friends know about it. Tell everybody you know that you think will like this podcast. Tell your friends and your family. And if you're wondering where the podcast is, and if you're wondering what that sound was, that was the sound of me walking across the room to keep something from falling off my desk. But the email to this podcast is talktosanthony@gmail.com. Actually, it's the email to everything because I only have one email address, and that's it. talktosanthony@gmail.com. This podcast is damn near everywhere. Stitcher Radio, TuneIn Radio, iHeartRadio, Google Play, Spotify, iTunes, and the home base is, of course, Podbean. I am on YouTube as well. I'm going to begin using that a little more. How do you find my YouTube? All you got to do is go to YouTube, go to the search box and type in S. Anthony Says. And when you do that, my friends, what do you need to do? Subscribe and hit the bell so you'll be notified when I drop some hotness on YouTube. I'm on Instagram with my name at S. Anthony Thomas. So go follow that. And I have been putting up stuff on IGTV, by the way. I have the IGTV thing going, so to go check out those videos. I put some of my older stuff up there, and I'm going to start putting new stuff there as well. On Facebook, all you got to do is go to Facebook, go to the search box, and type in S. Anthony Says. You will see my verified page on Facebook. Has a blue check mark to let you know that Facebook is letting you know that it's really me. So go like and follow that. And, of course, finally, last but definitely not least, Twitter. I'm on Twitter in two places. The Twitter for me specifically is at S. Anthony Thomas. The Twitter for this show is at S. Anthony Says. And all of your punk asses need to go there and follow both of those pages, you bastards. Folks, much love to you all. Thank you for everything. I appreciate you. Doesn't matter what country you're in. Doesn't matter even if you're in one of those soccer-loving countries. Take one last parting shot at soccer. By the way, I actually do like soccer. I just like way down my list of sports because, all the stuff that I grew up with is in the top. So don't take it personally, my friends, because I keep forgetting that I have a lot of people listening to me in places that likes football. Because anyway, much love to the bastard army everywhere across the world. Much love to you all. I will talk to you next week, you bastards. Much love to you all. And I'm going to say goodbye to you the way I say goodbye every time. And I want you to say it with me. Are you going to say it with me? Of course we will. Fantastic. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. S. Anthony.